Okay, so then there were two more kind of buried a bit further down. The one was from my friend Roger, who was saying that we need to drag the uniform process into the 21st century.
Roger from?
Sentient.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
And uniform is our registrar for the .za domain.
Yeah.
Okay. And
it's a great point, actually.
Now, when you're in the internet age, you need to be able to register a domain automatically, but they actually still use email. So they don't have an XML.
Still a lot of documentation, paperwork needs to be physically done as well.
And I think that we as IS have some relationship where we can do things directly with them, but it's a very, very specialized process that we had to spend a lot of time getting right.
At the early days?
No, recently.
Oh, okay.
In the last 2 to 3 years, because of the fact that it is quite a laborious process.
But for our back-end DNS registrations?
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. Now I do remember that. Do we not have a contact here is it through ISPA? I mean, who runs this body?
Uniform.
Yeah.
Uniform is its own body.
And it not affiliated to ISPA at all?
I think there is an affiliation.
I mean, how do we bring to bear sort of changes here? I mean, because I don't know, and also
we need to tell people that they should do that, and then hopefully they'll get it right.
So it's a lobbying process or a petition type process. Yeah. And how do these guys get their license to be the sole mandate for .coza? I mean,
it's legacy. They have been there since the beginning. I think it was the .za domain was originally owned by the Foundation for Research and Development, which is FRD. Okay. And then it went over to Uniforum, who became the governing body. And Uniforum now outsourced that to POSIX. So they outsourced the technical component to it. But
what gives them the license? I mean, does it roll up to the United States?
No, it's Afrinic. There is a localized version.
So these bodies usually have vested interests from different parties in a board or some kind of committee. I'm just wondering how that works. Yeah, it's probably something we need to investigate to affect change.
Well, it doesn't.
They can't just be a law unto themselves, or maybe they are. It would be anomalous, though, I would think.
The trick is that from a public good perspective, it's an issue, but from each ISP probably has its own relationship there.
Okay.
So the ISPs, from an IS perspective, this is no longer an issue. But from if I'm Joe Public and I want to register .za or .co.za domain, it is actually quite a laborious and difficult process.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I guess we need to look at how we can affect change there. I mean,
but what I liked about it was it is an issue. It is the sort of thing that we need to say, guys, this is something that needs to get fixed.
Yeah.
You know, like the fact that we had Oscar Pearson and Andres Solomon developing DNS here.
Yeah.
And now they kind of said, okay, well, this is how it should work, and we stuck at that process in 1996. Yeah. We haven't evolved that.
Yeah.
You know, we had the pioneering minds to create it, and we just left it where it was.
We need to actually look at how we affect change here, because it sounds like it's a bit of a black hole at the moment. No one really knows how to change the system. Okay, it's a good idea.
Okay, and then the last one was cloud computing. Now, it's not on this page.
It's previously. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but what we want to do with cloud computing is, as ISLabs, is to actually host a competition between the universities to see who can build the best cloud computing infrastructure. So we're starting that process, and we're looking internally into say what's a good competition, what are good parameters that we can work through, what's a good environment, and then we're working with Tenet, and we're going to work with the universities directly. Andrew from Tenet has been really helpful in setting a lot of this up for us. So
Andrew Alston, the CTO of Tenet. Yep. And Tenet, for those of you who don't know, stands for Tertiary Education Network, and it's essentially the aggregation of all the tertiary institutions networks, of which we are one of the largest suppliers in that network. So we got a nice in there.
Yeah, but he's guiding us and helping us with this particular process. So thanks, Andrew, for that.
Yeah. So the key thing, the next step there is, I mean, we've touched base with the universities, but the key thing there for us is to, push this process ahead. So we're sort of at the stage where we're meeting key university individuals and positing the idea, and hopefully that will take get some legs early next year. But essentially what we want to do as IS, or specifically ISLabs, is provide the infrastructure.
Positing an idea?
Yeah.
Okay, because you know what positing also means when you have children?
Oh, really?
Like little bit of vomit, it's a positive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know anything about kids or marriage, for the record, and I don't want to. So, geez, better not let my girlfriend see this.
Luckily, it's on the internet. No one will see it.
Hopefully, these guys will edit that bit. So, the key thing for us is to get. I haven't sworn it at all yet.
I've been very impressed.
Yeah, the key thing for us is clearly we want to provide the infrastructure. We've got a lot of smart guys here who can help this process, but essentially we want to empower the university, set up some kind of competition to get the brightest minds in the country working on a cloud computing initiative. A very good reference point for this, for people who are interested in this space, is what Google has done with a very smart guy called Christoph Basilia. He's actually even set up a course at the University of Washington, and it's a phenomenal course that's breeding a whole bunch of smart people to develop cloud computing. Which cloud computing, for those of you who don't know, is pushing the processing and the applications into the cloud and leaving it there on redundant infrastructures instead of doing it in-house. So super exciting, something I'm really excited about, and that needs to kick off early next year, and we're hoping, we've got a lot of plans, and Andrew's helping us with that. We're hoping to kick that off in a big way next year, but we need to move on that this year.
Yeah, but it also, to me, it's closer to the actual lab stuff. You know, this is a lab as opposed to a business idea. We don't actually know whether it makes sense business-wise, but it is definitely cool technology, and we have the right people in the country to do that. So, you know, we're just taking our resources and getting it out there.
And I know we've only had very preliminary discussions on this, but what are the kind of tests that we're wanting to run on that again?
Wait, I wrote them down. So we wanted to put, where did we go? Yeah, okay. Yeah. So log parsing, basically we'll take a whole bunch of our voice records, and we want to see how quickly someone can distribute the data and get processors to actually go through it, have a look and create bills out of CDRs or call data records. Image conversion to convert like
massive.
Yeah, a whole bunch of JPEGs, so like 10 gigabytes of JPEGs into PNG files. So how quickly can you understand the distribution of not just the processors, but the actual CPU cycles that are required to do that. Monte Carlo simulator, which is just a cool thing in general. And then fluid dynamics calculations. So each one basically looks at different portions of computing technology. So it's file distribution, it is parallel processing, it is maths processing. It's all the things that computers are designed to do, but in a grid. And the other thing is redundancy. So we're going to give you a whole bunch of machines, and then we're going to unplug a few, and the thing has to keep working. So yeah,
that's super exciting.
Yeah.